I'm really happy to be here and to have this opportunity to talk to you about a little known ethno-religious community, the Alevis, and their ongoing struggle for equal rights in Turkey. Uh, I'm a medievalist historian, so today I'm kind of moving outside of my area of expertise, but I hope I can at least give you a sense of what the Alevis are doing today and their situation and their struggle for equality. Now, the Alevis, as I said, are unfortunately little known outside of Turkey, and they're even marginalized in the scholarly literature. They are often mistakenly referred to in the Western media, as well as in some academic books, as Turkish Shiites, even though the Alevis themselves do not self-identify as Shiites. They differentiate themselves from the Shiites. They are also community distinct from the Syrian Alawites. The Alevis do share in common with the Shiites an attachment to the 12 Imams, including Imam Ali and his 11 successors. They are, however, clearly set apart from the Shiites by the heavy doses of mysticism that mark their belief system, which bears a close affinity with Sufism and a number of pre-Islamic mystical traditions. The Alevis are furthermore differentiated from the Sharia-bound mainstream Sunnis and Shiites by their antinomianism with regard to formal aspects of normative Islam and by their distinct liturgy, the Jem, attended by both men and women, where hymns by mystical poets are recited. Let's see. Just to put a human face very quickly, here's a stylized Alevi ritual dance, Sema, where men and women dance in pairs as part of their communal rituals. The Orthodox establishment, or the Orthodox ulama, both Sunni and Shi'i, consider Alevis to be beyond the pale of Islam. And there is actually an ongoing debate within the Alevi community itself as to whether or not they should be considered to be within Islam or outside of Islam. But they are considered as beyond the pale by other Muslims due to their abrogation of Sharia, their monistic understanding of the divine, according to which the divine permeates the entire creation, as well as the belief that human beings can be the loci of divine manifestation, and their rejection of an afterlife as depicted within Sharia-bound mainstream Islam. In the past, Alevis practiced their religion in secret due to fears of harassment by their Sunni neighbors and the state authorities, who view them with suspicion because of their religious and political nonconformism. They began migrating from their villages into big cities in the 1950s, but Alevism continued to be a taboo subject in Turkey until the Alevi cultural revival of the late 1980s and early 90s. As a result of this revival, dozens of Alevi cultural and religious associations were established in cities in Turkey as well as in Europe. And parallel to these developments, more and more people were able to publicly disclose their Alevi identities, which they earlier feared doing due to concerns of stigmatization and retaliation. The 1990s also marked the start of the Alevi struggle for equal citizenship. Concrete gains were actually very modest and very slow to come. It took a legal battle of several years for Alevis to just gain the right to utilize the term Alevi in the names of their associations and organizations. Despite all that, the Alevi movement has relied strictly on peaceful and legal means. By the way, I forgot to say the Alevis, together with the kindred Bektashi order, they constitute the Turkey's second largest religious community after the Sunnis. Here I have a map that shows the distribution of the Alevi populations. There is a wide range of estimates regarding their size, but the most realistic estimate, I think, is between 10 to 15% currently. All right, so let me also show you two pictures from an Alevi rally that took place in 2013 in Kadıköy, Istanbul. Here you see a picture of an Alevi woman holding up her bağlama. This string musical instrument is considered sacred by the Alevi communities and used in their rituals. Needless to say, when AKP, the current ruling party, conservative party, came to power in 2001, Alevis were not thrilled. Tayyip Erdogan, current president, had already established a notably bad record with the Alevis due to his attempt as mayor of Istanbul to bulldoze down one of the few remaining Alevi sacred sites in Istanbul. The AKP government indeed confirmed Alevi suspicions through their reluctance to apply the type of democratic notions that they demanded for Sunni Muslims when it came to responding to Alevi's demands for legal recognition and religious rights.
Dr. Karakay, you have 1 minute left.
Okay, so basically my final slide lists some of the basic Alevi demands, and they're all kind of reasonable and basic, but they have so far not been granted. Let me just read just a few of them. First demand, granting Alevi houses of worship, cemevis, a legal status, halt to the building of mosques in Alevi villages and neighborhoods. And the third one, and I think this is really important, elimination of mandatory religion classes from school curricula, which is the main instrument that is being used by the government to Islamicize or Sunnify the larger Turkish society from top to down. I don't have time to read the rest, but I hope this gives you a basic picture of the situation of the Alevi minority in Turkey. Thank you.